What's up, everybody? Welcome to the third YouTube Live for the Boise real estate market. I am your host, Brian Hymas. I come to you from Eagle, Idaho live. And these are getting to be real fun. We're spicing up a little bit more today. We have some pre-printed stats for you to talk about the market. And we're going to talk about all things Boise State, or Boise. Let's talk about Boise State another time. But for those who are going to be late, I understand the Dodgers are on. It's bottom of the eighth inning. It's tied 5-5. So I understand where you Southern Californians are probably going to be late to this YouTube Live. The other thing is, just want to tell you, if we don't know each other by now, who I am, and that is, I am Brian Hymas, born and raised in Boise, started appraising in 2007, did that for 3 years, and then went to a couple other sales jobs, back to real estate in 2017, been doing it for the last 5 years, and almost 5 years, 4 and like 3/4 years, and loving it. One of the best parts about being a Boise real estate agent is actually, I mean, I truly know, it's fun to bag in my home city and then help you guys out, because when we talk about different areas and different neighborhoods, chances are I've been there, right? And so it's super fun, and it's super fun to brag my city. Speaking of market and kind of the lay of the land, I wasn't really planning on going here, but one of the things I think is super important to know is, there's no like dividing line with where's the ghetto, where's the good area, which area is going to protect my home value more. When we're looking at a lot of areas, there's so many good areas in Boise that it's not going to matter a ton on if you're here, there, or wherever you're at. Definitely there are parts that are worse than others. Now, that's not a blanket statement. If you're looking at new homes, like, you're in a good area, so all that stuff plays into it. But let's talk about the condition, and let's talk about the condition of our market, the current status. We have, and I'm going to focus a lot on Ada County, and then I'll dive into Eagle, and we will kind of talk about that. So when we look at the last month snapshot from September 18th to October 18th, I'm going to talk about Ada County as a whole for everything but Eagle. There are currently 760 listings out there. 858 are pending. 972 solds in the last month. Okay. So when we take a look at that, what does that mean? That means there's about a month's worth of inventory. We know that 760 are on the market, and we know that there's about same amount, just a little more, that are turning over that month. So that's cool. That's cool to know. That's a better position to be in, rather than last few months where we used to be just in such a deficit. Like a house would come on the market, there was inventory, but it was just snatched up like that. Now some of the similar numbers are popping up on inventory, but they're sticking around a little bit longer, which is great. Median price tag in all of Ada County except for Eagle is $529,000. That's rounded, so 529,725 is actually. Median days on market is 8 for the Treasure Valley. For Ada County minus Eagle. Now, we talk about Eagle. I talk about Eagle a lot because it's where I live, it's where I reside, and it's where a lot of my customers end up coming to. And you don't have to. I was in, for example, today I was out touring. We were in North Marine, South Marine, Star, Eagle today. That was the same with Monday, same with Saturday. People before that were in Nampa. Like, it really can be all over. But Eagle's looking at 76 current homes on the market, and there's 72 pending and 90 sold. So that's about the same ratios that we're seeing for the Ada County as a whole. Median days on market is 9, so just a tick more, just 1 day more. And median price tag in Eagle is $864,612. So that's cool. It's cool because that's where the everyone's price tags are different, but that's cool for Eagle because Eagle is considered some of the more pricey real estate. And then you get into, in fact, if you ever shop with me, we'll talk about eventually, and there's this process I have that we'll go through, is where you're before you come to town, we'll talk about the city, and we'll talk about where's what, and how that plays into what you're wanting, and how far are you away from Target and Costco and Trader Joe's. Those are the 3 I get asked repeatedly: Trader Joe's, Target, and Costco, over and over and over again. For some reason, no one cares about Walmart. It's so weird. Anyway, and we all like to pretend like we don't shop at Walmart. We all know we shop at Walmart, right? Okay. So that's how that works out. The rates today are 3.25 for what we found online. I actually have it's fun. There's good access for you out there if you're wanting to get into a home. They're super low rates. You're also familiar that the lower the rate, obviously, the more you can afford, right? So that every 1% in the market allows you tick down in the market allows you to purchase 10% more home. So that's pretty cool to know with the interest rates these days. So I want to tell you a story today to kind of paint a picture of the market because that's kind of what people want to know. If for those who are on, if you would type your questions in, if you have anything, type your questions in for what you want me to answer. I had somebody email me last night and they said, "Hey, I have a question for you," and they asked the question and they said they didn't want to ask on the live. Feel free to ask it in the live. Feel free to email me. My email is I'm going to put it right here, Brian@brianhymas.com, and you can email me there or as well if you feel more comfortable doing that, and we can talk there as well. But I'll tell you a little story. So went out shopping. Just this is fresh off the press story. We're gonna call him Bill because his name's not Bill. And Bill saw a house on Saturday. His wife loved it. He didn't. He waited till today, and just right now, in fact, just right before this YouTube live, got off. I got off a call with him, and he was talking about the offer he wanted to write on this house. Fast forward from Saturday till today, and there is someone else who also wants to write an offer on this house as well. So are the houses always going to bidding wars? No, for sure not. Especially that one. It was on the market for 20 days, and all of a sudden there's two people who want to make an offer on. Like that's the houses are sitting longer. Remember, Ada County is at 8 days median days on market, and that one is at 20. So it was past the median days on market, but you still want to be ready to strike when the iron's hot. And I understand that when you're out there shopping, you don't just want to jump at the first thing, even if it fits all the check boxes, right? That's really hard. But you want to make sure that you secure the home and make it yours, or you make sure it doesn't get away. So you want to make sure those things are in play and that you're really asking yourself the tough questions and doing your homework. In fact, this buyer really did do their homework before they came in. They knew what they were looking for. So everyone's different, but that's kind of market awareness where the market's leveling out. Like if you look at all the charts, in fact, I should have printed some out so you could see. But the market went like this to May, June, and then it curved. I think I did this curve last time, and that's what it's still doing. It's still in that low. In fact, it's probably more right here. Starting to see builders who will, in fact, just found out a builder will take an offer on anything they're building right now, a certain builder. And that's just if you have an idea what their inventory is, you can make an offer even though it's not listed and they'll do a pre-sold. So they are starting to be able to control less and less, which is great for the buyers out there. Let's see. Any other questions out there? If you have any questions, do type in. I am all ears to live Q&A. That's the best part about. I love the Boise market update, but the live Q&A is even better than the market update. So, how many offers? And a question that's come in is how many offers does a house usually get? And it really depends. Really depends. So, had a house last week, 2 weeks ago, that went live on a Wednesday. By Thursday, we had an offer. And they had an escalation clause that escalated it to $500,000. It was listed at $475,000. They ended up getting it at $480,000, and they ended up being the only offer that came in. So, they wrote an offer at $480,000 up to $500,000. They ended up getting it at $480,000, but they waived the inspection, and so they did all the things you want. They got it for over. My sellers got it for over asking and someone waiving the inspection. That's what you hope from a bidding war, right? Is you hope for over asking and the bidding war and the inspection to be waived and the appraisal to be waived. The appraisal didn't get waived, but it's going to appraise. So it's all good. So those are the things that we're hoping for in this current market. Another thing that comes up quite a bit, and I don't think people understand this, which is fine. And I hope you like my artwork. I have my daughter plastering my wall. In fact, there's more in this room. I wish you could see it. She loves to draw, 5-year-old. And she's given us our artwork for the week. So why does a buyer need a realtor to represent them, especially when you can just go to the builder direct, right? Or when you have a seller's name on the post, why don't you just go straight to that seller? The thought is, right, that you might be able to save some commission. And that, while that's a lofty goal, um, and while realtors, which would point me to the understanding that there might not be the understanding of what a realtor does in this process. So when there's a home inspection on a home and there's things that need to be addressed, and you have somebody representing the builder, and let's say some caulking wasn't done, or skid plate's not in, or the microwave's not performing, or there's a noise, or this, that, or the other, and you go to the agent representing the builder, will they do that? Will they fix those things for you? And how will that? What can you ask for? How will that go? Okay, let me speak for the builders. A lot of builders are builders. If you're not working with a reputable builder, what guarantee? Who has your back when you come? Because you're in a legal fight, and you're also trying to fight for what your home you think should look like. And you've signed something that says they control everything essentially. So what rights do you have? And that's where your back is up against it. When you want to get in, when you want to go make an offer on a home, and you're wondering, okay, can I get a deal on this? I don't know. Um, where does that safety and security come from someone who's been there, done that before? If you're on your own with the same person who's representing the builder, who's continually paying their paycheck, and no one else is only solely on your side, it's a little difficult. That's one thing. The second thing to know about commissions and trying to get a deal is knowing that the deal only comes before the house goes on the market. So when a house is listed on the market, it's predetermined what the commissions will be paid out. So if you think you're going to, um, if you look at the, I got distracted. If you look at, oh my goodness, got a brain lapse. Go, someone tell me what. I'm sorry. Someone tell. I had the chat come in. I looked over. Boise area sales chart looks like it has Peyronie's disease. I am not sure what that disease is. Maybe it's something I should understand as an adult. I have no idea. No idea. But someone chatted and tell me where I was at. Oh, yeah, the commissions. They are determined before the house goes on the market. So let's say they're paying out $5,000 to the buyer's agent. Let's say I'm going to get $5,000 flat fee for bringing a buyer to them. That would be $5,000 regardless to the buyer's agent. Now, what if the agent representing the builder is also representing the buyer? Then they get paid, guess what? $5,000. It's already pre-worked up in the contract. So there's not exactly you can't really fudge that contract. So that's the biggest reason I've seen people try to go direct. And honestly, I have the best clients because I've had many clients tell me, you know what, we would never do that. We want to keep you in the deal. I had one client I showed homes to on Saturday, and then Sunday, a day I take off for God and family, they went out shopping again, and they showed the house, and they said, hey, we just so you know, we have an agent. We want to keep him in the deal. And not only is it smart to have someone protect you, but it really makes no difference in the end if you don't, money wise, because that money is being paid out, and it comes from the seller who pays the agents, right? And I truly have the best people who come out and support me. It means the world, and a lot of people can use this information for becoming more knowing the market, knowing Boise and everything in the Boise real estate market more. And I'm happy to provide that free information. But for those who are moving here, obviously, I would love your business. Which reminds me, if you are not subscribed to the channel and there's a subscribe button in front of you, I'm not sure how it looks on your end. I just push the go live button. I don't exactly go live to myself. So push that subscribe button and you'll receive all notifications, Boise and Boise real estate and real estate. So that's helpful to you, because once I put out a video, which is about once a week, every Sunday, I try to have something. I try to push automatically drip that thing out Saturday night, so you guys get a video, and that way you guys are aware of what's going on in the market. So whether it's the YouTube live giving the market update, or whether it's the weekly videos teaching about Boise or the neighborhoods, or comparing North Meridian to Star, or Star to Eagle, or Eagle to Boise, or the video tours, whatever it is, please, please, please know that those are made for you to take advantage of however you want to. But if you need help, I see Iglesias got on there and said thanks. Iglesias moved and is renting. She moved from out of state, and I get the privilege because I love to. Well, I get to see. We cross paths all the time. I'll let Iglesias tell everyone where she works if she wants. But I get to see her all the time. It's people like that. It's fun to walk into Costco and see people who have used this information for their good. And whether it's customers and clients or it's just people who've moved here, it's totally awesome. So any other questions, guys, before I go? I'm going to touch on one more thing. If I have any more questions in order, then I will keep going and we'll just call it a day. But I would love to be on here for hours and talk about the market. It's my favorite thing to do. So let's see. One thing I like to talk about is just kind of the buyer's mentality when picking a house. So when you guys are looking at homes in the Boise Valley, you are looking at the whole gamut, right? So if you're looking in the Treasure Valley in Ada County right now, you're looking at roughly 840 homes, right? That's 840 homes. Your whole idea that you want to narrow that search criteria down so that we are not looking at everything. Just in the last 2 days, we've looked at a lot of homes, and for these buyers, for their criteria, we shrunk it as much as we could, but we still had quite a bit we had to sift through, and we eventually got there, which was the good part. If we can, through searching, say, you know what, we have 20 kids, we have 10 kids, we need 7 bedrooms at least. Like right then, we go from this to here. Okay, and we also have to be on a view lot, and we have to. Okay, so that shrinks it. And we also need to be on at least 10 acres. And all of a sudden we have 7 homes in the whole valley. That's kind of what we want. We want to go from here to here. That reduces the overwhelm, because for you guys, Boise is just never been here. You don't know how far you are from Costco. You don't know you're from Target or Trader Joe's. You don't know those things. And so you guys have to figure out how to whittle that down. And that's actually something we do in our processes, is getting that whittled down with you. And so if you're thinking about moving to Boise, there's no greater compliment than to me to give me a call, 208-328-6672, or email me at brian@brianhymas.com. I'll type my number in here so you have it. Text, call anytime. If I am too busy, I will just call you back when I can, or if it's a text, I'll text you back when I can. But if it's a question about real estate, you're moving to Boise, you need your help with finding a house, whatever it might be, please, please, please text or call or email brian@brianhymas.com or 208-328-6672, and we'll get you squared away. And that is how I can best help you. Any other questions before we head off on this YouTube live? And the Boise, if you missed the market update, that's at the beginning of the YouTube live. We talked about inventory levels. We talked about bidding wars. We talked about the shape of the curve or the flatness of the line on how the market is right now. We talked about median days on market, the rates. I am blessed to work with fantastic lenders who can oftentimes beat the rate that it's at right now, 3.25. I have the best people I can recommend to you. So that is something we should take advantage of. But if you need help coming to Boise, 208-328-6672. I would be honored to help you move here. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, please, please do let me know. Iglesias, you're great, and all the information helped me a lot when I moved here. I love it. I'm glad. I really am glad. And then Daniel, thanks, Brian. Good information. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for being here. And those who are watching on a replay, if you don't mind putting your comments in there with the hashtag replay, and then we'll know that you are typing in later, and I will respond to those comments as well. So if you have any comments and you didn't watch this live, please, please, please type in your questions, and I will respond to those as fast as I can. And until next time, I think that'll do it for our YouTube live. This is number 3. And bye to you, good people, and we'll talk soon.